what's going on? It's just bringing it straight from my heart for me to you, because that's what I do. You might hear some various air distortion noises in the background. That's just got a couple of fans going here and there. You know, it's even with air conditioning, it's extra 100-degree muggy hot today, and I'm not complaining. I mean, I love hot weather. Fact is, like you'd like to be, you have to be in tip-top shape to enjoy the best weather out there. And I don't mind it, I like getting a good sweating and everything. But I miss my goals kinda this year. I wanted to have a six-pack by July. That ain't gonna happen. It's just all about self-preservation, determination, willpower, and dropping a couple habits is hard to do, even though this is the best time of the year to do that. You do, if you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose weight, you do it in the summer. It's nice and hot. You burn twice as much pounds off. It's nice, but that's not really what my commentary is about. I just wanted to throw that in there because it's sunny and hot and all that stuff. My commentary is mostly about, I'm looking back at this Modern Warfare 3 game. And then you play Black Ops 2, and the main reason why I quit playing Modern Warfare 3 was the fact that in every single game out there that's ever made between, Mortal Kombat, and it seems to me like it always gets changed because people don't want to take the time to learn the game. It's like as soon as the game comes out and a lot of people are like, get the shock and awe of the game, they're like, nerf, nerf, nerf. And this is a very early version of gameplay that existed in Modern Warfare 3 for Infinity Ward. And I look at it, and I look at how Black Ops 2 is, and I look at the very early versions of Infinity Ward games, and I'm like, these games were awesome. I mean, they had high damage output off the hip, SMG supposed to kill you. I mean, of course you have, medium to long range. You want to aim down the sights. That's what it's supposed to do. You'll never get that in a Black Ops 2 or any other Call. The only bad thing is, dudes dropping down into Last Stand. I never really understood that Last Stand thing. I don't even know where it even evolved from. I'm just glad that it's not even in the game. I mean, those are things we are very happy about that you hope not to see in next Call of Duty games. But some of the things that you see in these Infinity Ward games from the past, you hope to see in the Infinity games of the future. I mean, you're talking high damage output off the hip core games. I mean, they say they're going to be working with pro gaming. I mean, I don't know. When I played Black Ops 2 on my stream for my Fisticuffs channel for 4 hours because Twitch was down, I came to the realization that the game is not tailored for anybody but esports gamers. I mean, it's a small part of the community, and to be honest with you, if that's who they're making the game for, and Infinity Ward is really gearing towards doing something like that, I just don't see myself playing as much Call of Duty as I used to. Meaning that if I find that Battlefield is a much better game this time around, I'll play Battlefield before I'll play Modern Warfare Call of Duty. And then if Battlefield is better after I play Call of Duty, then of course I'm going to go back to Battlefield. I was very close to doing that just based on the weapon gameplay this time around. But, I just stuck it in. I just stuck in there with the Modern Warfare 3. Now this time around, we didn't have a Battlefield game, so there was no point in me going back because I already lost too much time in the game to go back to it. So the point is, I don't want to go back to a game that I'm gonna get my ass kicked in. I don't see the pleasure like what Thunder is talking about. How do you go 1 in 70 and 1 in 50 and you can't even die 50, 100 times? It's not possible. If you're not dying, what his Thunder's saying is, if you're dying, at least be capping the flags. If you're not capping the flags, then you shouldn't be dying. You should be getting at least some kills. So I don't see how terrible, you know, I mean, I just can't play a game like that. You know, I don't see how people do it, and I just don't see it. And I would never do it, and it would just be too much. It would just be, I mean, why would you play a game that you are not getting better at, or you're not at least halfway decent at? That's something you completely fucking suck at, and you keep just getting worse. That makes no sense to me. I just can't do that. It's not what I do. But when I look at the Infinity Ward games, there's a lot of stuff in Modern Warfare 3 early builds like this one that I like. I like the fact that, you know, the game moves a lot faster, people die a lot faster, and, you know, it's not really, it wasn't, there was no SitRep Pro where you can hear footsteps constantly. I mean, people give this argument to me about SitRep Pro. They were like, you know, what is the counter to Silent Footsteps? Well, why would you call a perk Silent Footsteps Pro if it wasn't Silent Footsteps? Like, how do you name something and then it's not, no matter what it is? That's like the Pro version is the end game to that perk. So there's nothing that should be countering it. The point of Dead Silence is to keep the flow of the game moving. If you have people who are constantly listening, they're not going to move, and therefore your game is going to die off in time. You know, that's the thing about Call of Duty games. It takes a long time for people to see stuff. It's like a big wave of bell curve people. It takes them a minute to catch on. So, like, you know, when you see YouTubers who play the game all the time, and then when every other YouTuber, when every other player in the community catches up to the rest of the players in the map familiarity and the way the weapons move, they're not getting 150, 250 kill games because everybody's good. The only difference that you have is when people get out of school, that the unpredictability, because nobody plays the game really hardcore through the fall like, you know, the hardcore people do. So what happens is you got a lot of people play like Call of Duty like it first comes out. So there's a lot of like mayhem. It takes about a month for everybody to figure out the maps completely. Come around July, everybody knows the maps. Everybody's a good player, and there's like no excuse to why anybody should get 150, 250 kill game. Especially when especially in Black Ops 2, when most of the community is fed up with the game because of the broken shit in the game, and they just leave it. It's really hard for me to play Black Ops 2. It really is. I really hope, you know, that Infinity Ward sticks to taking care of the casual consumer core group, or else it's going to be a very short trip. You don't understand, like, a lot of people left Black Ops 2 and they're going to have a very low tolerance if Ghosts is anywhere close to being like Black Ops 2. They're just not going to stick around like they have in this game. The only reason why they've stuck it around, and it's never going to happen again now that there's like 5 new IPs coming out, the cycle is going to be broken, and eventually one of these other games are going to catch on. And it's a sad thing that these people, these developers at Activision, don't listen. So I hope you enjoyed this commentary. Get the fuck out of here.